have Malachi James here inside the Great Lakes Honda City Studios. Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora here with you Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. Eastern Time, typically past 11 a.m. We'll go past 11 today. And you see that NCAA logo because my guy on January 2nd is jumping into the transfer portal. Malachi, a New Jersey running back here with us, going from Syracuse into the transfer portal with 3 years of eligibility. I consider him family. So this is one I've been very, very patiently impatient about having him on the show. Malachi, how are we doing?
I'm good this morning. I'm good this fine morning. How about yourself?
I'm doing very well. I'm happy to have you here. Are you back home in Jersey?
Yes, sir. Back home in Jersey. I came home last Tuesday, so I've just been in rehab ever since.
Yeah, and just bring me into that because, I can't stand, and you and I talk about this all the time, but I can't stand when people speak for people. And, so when they talk about, is he injured? Is he not injured? What's going on? Why is he not out there? Let everybody know what's gone. I mean, we can kind of go through the journey of it, of your injuries and what you've dealt with over the years. For those that don't know, tell us what's actually been happening and the injuries you've actually been dealing with this season, because I'm a little tired of people speaking for you.
Okay, so for everybody out there, I've been hurt since after the UConn game. I like did something to my muscle in my back to the point where it's really painful to run. I can't even like jog on it. It's like every single time I try to jog or run on it, it's like I start limping. So that's what's been happening. I've been trying to rehab it with the trainers over at my old school, but it just wasn't working. I was just trying to get back on the field when the whole time people thought that I was like faking my injury. I'm just looking like if I'm on the field, I'm limping. How am I faking my injury? Like that doesn't make any sense to me. But just had to clear that up. So
Yeah, and now that and I think it's important for schools to know that are looking at you that you finally got to someone who is helpful. You weren't really getting a lot of answers in Syracuse. And so just bring me through that process, because my little sister, Franny, she went through a process herself too, where she just didn't have somebody really listening, uncovering what was going on. And then once they figured out what it was, here she is back playing D1 lacrosse. So, what can you say about going through this journey and the rehabbing you have now of somebody that actually listened to what was going on with your body?
um it's really crazy because I want to say after the UNC game, a Syracuse fan reached out to my dad and he recommended this guy named Troy Andrews, which is funny because Troy's my dad's name too. I was like, okay, that's a little ironic, but um so I want to say after the UNC game, we went right to his office around like 11 a.m. and it's like he gave me some exercises and I was just telling myself, I'm like, okay, I feel a little bit better already. Like I'm not really feeling any pain. And what he was saying was that the problem wasn't my back. He said like I have tight hip flexors and like so it's like I have tight quads. So it's just like having tight quads and a tight hip flexor, like with all the ground and pound I was doing as a running back, it's only gonna hurt my back for the long run.
Yeah, so what can they do for that now with you having, like your quads being so tight and that affecting your back? What can they do to make sure that you're on the right regimen to get back to 100%?
Basically just have to keep doing the exercise that I've been on prescribed, just keep doing those daily. I mean, it's just like stay off it, because I feel like that's another part of why I got hurt because like I was just like going and going and going ever since January and I never really got like the proper rest that I needed.
You know, for you, it's important as you step forward, like you said. I mean, more than anything else, for you to be healthy, right? I mean, that's the most important thing. I think when some people talk about athletes, they don't think about the fact that you're human beings. They just think like, oh, well, that guy's supposed to do this, and that. Why is he not? And why, the expectation that you're essentially a robot. So, what do you want to say as you rehab, as you get better, as you heal up? What do you want to say to people that didn't truly get to see you at Syracuse? What do you bring to the table? What do you do? What do you want a college coach to know about you?
Well, for one, academics comes first. I feel like I'm a smart kid and I take my academics very seriously. But when it comes to like the field, like number one, I'm a home run threat. I'm a home run threat at any given place, any given time, like wherever on the field. Like I don't know if you saw it or not, but we had a scrimmage on August 16th to 17th, and I scored a 99-yard touchdown. And I mean, but like, who wouldn't want that on their team, you know?
Yeah.
So I mean, I have great hands. I'm a hard runner. I'm a tough runner. So yeah, I feel like that's what I bring to the table.
And what can you say to a college coach right now as far as that rehabbing? Because they want to know that you're healthy, ready to go, coming into, spring ball and whatnot. So what can you say about being 100% and just what you can give to a team?
I'm going to keep this short and simple. If I was talking to a college coach right now, I'd simply tell him I'll be ready by spring ball. Trust him to lead that, and I'm going to show people why. Like he wasn't faking his injury this whole time. Like it was a mistake to not have me on the team. So I'm just playing with a big old chip on my shoulder.
And there's this thing that we deal with Malachi, and I think you know this all too well. I think we both do. Is everybody thinks there are everyone that has a social media handle nowadays thinks they're a reporter, and they think they have the news,
Literally.
right? And so when I put up that you were transferring, and then well, actually when I put up that you were coming on the show, there was people immediately insinuating, going, "Oh, well, he's just leaving for the money like everybody else." And I said he is not leaving for the money. So would you like to clarify?
My decision to enter the portal was far from money. Like I'm not even that type of person to ask for more money. I'm the type of person to just grind for more money, not just go to another man's office and just ask for more money when I haven't done anything. So I was just simply waiting my turn.
And you decide to transfer. You didn't want to leave Syracuse. I want to go back and actually read what you said because these are your words from you. So when you made the decision, this is what Malachi James had to say about his decision. I'm going to read off the exact words. It saddens me to share that I'll be entering the transfer portal when it opens on January 2nd with 3 years of eligibility remaining. I want to be clear. I hope to stay at Syracuse, but circumstances beyond my control make it best for me both short term and long term to begin a new chapter elsewhere. Thank you, Orange Nation, for embracing me and my family over the past 18 months. Your passion is unmatched. To my teammates, it was an honor to go to work with you every day. To my coaches and support staff, Coach Nixon, Coach Thomas, Coach Red, Coach Brumfield, Coach Johnson, Coach Cole, Coach Maddox, Coach Emark, and others, thank you for helping me grow as a player and as a man. This is so weird that I'm reading this because I never thought I'd see this in my life, but special thanks to Dan Tortora and Isaac Elford for giving me a platform and a voice. To my family, thank you for your unwavering love, support, and for being there every home and road game. North Star out. Sincerely, Malachi James. So I want to go to the first part here. When you started it off by saying, it saddens me to share, why did you use those words?
Whole lot of emotion, and it was my first team in college, and I thought I was gonna stay here for all 4 years, but obviously got had other plans, and plus like I made so many relationships. I made so many relationships, and it was to the point where like, dang, like I'm gonna miss the guys, but I gotta do what's best for me.
The second thing that you said, I want to be clear. I hope to stay at Syracuse, but circumstances beyond my control make it best for me, both short term and long term. Why did you make sure you use short term and long term? And why did you say, I want to be clear? Why did you feel like you had to clear the air?
Well, for one, I had cleared the air because most people were gonna think that, oh, you left for money to send the third, which I stated, well, which we talked about before. That's definitely not the case.
Mm-hmm.
And when I said short and long term, I just felt like with my injury, I just felt like the rehab that I was doing at the school, it just wasn't helping me, and like I feel like it was like making it worse more than it was making it better. So that's when I had to have a talk with the boss man and just tell him how I felt, and feeling was neutral. So just had to up and leave.
And when you say you had a conversation, you had to talk with the boss man, did you sit down with Fran Brown man to man? Because I know he said in the past, if someone's going to leave, come and tell me, don't let me find out. So did you sit down with him?
Yeah, I told him he was the first person I knew.
So when you sat down with him, how did that go? Was it short and sweet? Did you kind of just say, hey, want to talk to you for a few minutes? Like, bring me into that meeting space.
Um, well, I already knew. Well, walking into the meeting, I already knew what was going to happen. So it was just short and sweet. It was not, I didn't want to like overemphasize any words, so I just kept it short and sweet. Then just left. The conversation probably took like maybe 2 3 minutes, 3 minutes at maximum. So that's all it was.
How was his response?
Um, it was neutral. It was neutral. It was just like I'm not surprised because at the end of the day, like I feel like you can ball out somewhere else, you know, because I feel like you're a great football player, a great track athlete, but you know, Syracuse isn't for everybody.
I know that people kind of lost your message when you put this post out because they looked at the list of coaches and saw that Coach Brown wasn't one of the coaches thanked. So, of course, people want to go to the negative. What do you want to say in that effect of like why you chose to name the coaches you named?
Because I felt like everything I went through, like my whole entire time at Syracuse, like they always had my back. Like they were always checking on me constantly, you know, and especially like at the beginning of the year, like I was at rock bottom. Like we talked about that before, when you interviewed me during fall camp. Like I was at rock bottom, you know, like felt like I didn't really have anybody, but those were the people in particular like who actually like had my back or just make sure I was good no matter what day it was, no matter what time of the day it was, they always made sure I was good.
Steve Angeli gets hurt. Did that just kind of kill the culture? Did it do something to the environment? I'd love to get your thoughts on that because 3-1 with him, 0-8 without him. Yes, he was physically there, but he wasn't playing. Fran talked about how he built a relationship with everyone individually. So I guess the question is, did he build a relationship with you? Speaking of Steve Angeli, and when his injury happened, did you see it kind of like the air just kind of come out of the entire program?
Oh yeah, me and C definitely have a relationship. I'm definitely gonna miss my guy. I know he's gonna ball out next year, but yeah, he definitely builds a relationship with everybody. And I remember when he first came on a visit here, like I introduced myself saying like, "Oh, I'm Malachi James. Like, you know, what's your name? Where are you from?" And he was just really like real cool about him. And he just like he just had a mindset to just work. You know, like he didn't care what anybody else said. Like he kept his head down in his work, which is one thing I always love about him. To your next question, oh yeah, like when Steve got hurt, it just felt like life just got sucked out of the team. Like, I'm not gonna say like we wanted to quit, but it was like, okay, like this is like Common Core Part Two, you know, and now that we lost 10 for the year, it's like, okay, like who are we gonna turn to, you know? And then when Ricky played those couple games, you know, he did the best of his ability, you know, but he couldn't get the job done. So I guess the coaches looked in another direction thinking that it will be better. But all in all, I'd just say like for next year for them, they just gotta get closer. That's it. Cause, you know, having a quarterback, having the starting quarterback go down, and you know, not not being able to win a single game, that means that the team chemistry wasn't strong enough, and they just have to hang around each other more and just you know stick together as a team whenever things go bad. That's all I can really say on it.
Who are you going to miss the most? Because I know you talked about you loved going to
Mm.
work with your teammates every day. So, who are some of those really deep rooted relationships that are not going to change? They're not going to go away. You're going to stay friends, but who are you going to miss going to work with?
I'm gonna miss Will Nixon for sure. Like that's like my big brother right there. Like I'm gonna definitely miss Will Nixon. You know, like I said, like the coach that had my back when I was going through my tough time. Like he had my back too. I'm also miss a guy Davion Kerr twins, and I miss my guy Ed McDaniels who's also entering the portal too. So wishing best of luck to all those guys.
Yeah, and you talk about entering the portal. A lot of guys have been entering the portal. We just saw that Luke Carney has decided to enter. He has 4 years of eligibility. It's like he never came to Syracuse. He gets the experience and the wisdom and the knowledge, but he doesn't have to pay the price of losing a season. So, what
Yeah.
are your thoughts on who's entered the portal? And I guess your immediate thought on Luke Carney because he was the next in command, and some people thought he should have been second based on what they had beyond Steve Angeli. So, your take on the guys that are jumping into the portal, and I guess your take on Luke Carney because now he's got 4 years to go elsewhere, and they didn't really let him show himself at Syracuse, in my opinion.
I agree on that statement, but one thing I will say, everybody under the portal, I'm not surprised. Honestly, I'm not surprised. Because, you know, I feel like the guys that are leaving, they didn't get a fair shot. And, you know, you hear talks around the locker room like, okay, like he might believe in this and the third, but I mean, obviously, I don't pay attention to that, and like when I do, it's like I don't run my mouth to anybody because it's none of my business. I just keep my head down and just go on about my day. But feel about Luke transferring, yeah, again, I'm not surprised because I mean, I feel like he didn't get a fair shot here, but once Luke figures it all out, he's gonna be probably one of the not probably he's gonna be one of the best quarterbacks in college football, guaranteed. And I hope he goes somewhere where he's they use his talent effectively because he's a dual sport guy. I mean, not dual sport guy. He's a dual threat guy. He can pass the ball well, and he can also run the ball well. One thing I will say, Luke throws that ball. I'm like, come on, man! Like he throws that joint like 100 miles per hour. That's the one thing I won't miss about Luke. But other than that, he's definitely a cool person on and off the field. So I'm wishing him and his family the best.
Yeah, I was gonna say that to you, and you already brought it up. I was like, the way that you see, like, just watching him during a game on the sideline, just being ready and staying loose, the way he winds up and let that ball go, I was like, man, it looks like he's kind of throwing it hard. And then you said to me, he like break your fingers in practice type of hard, I guess.
For sure, yes, literally. Every single time Luke throws the ball at me, I'm like, come on, dog. I'm like, don't hit the check down. Please don't hit the check down. Please don't hit it.
Yeah,
Wait,
like
I'm gonna catch it regardless, just so make sure he's all right. So
yeah. So Malachi, we know that January 2nd is the official opening of the portal. What can you do in the meantime? Bring me through the process of getting into the portal and, obviously going back to recruitment again, just what this life is like for you between now and January 2nd.
well, I've been doing rehab almost every single well, not almost every single day, just trying to get my body right. So like when I do go to my new school, I can be ready to go. But I feel like the moment I put my post out there, my phone was buzzing. Instagram, Facebook somehow, Twitter, even Snapchat. I don't even use Snapchat, so it was like, oh yeah, like I gotta put my phone, I gotta turn my phone off because like it was just so many notifications. Like it was just so much. Like I told my parents, I was like, guys, like I'll be fine, but I'm turning my phone off like a couple hours because like the amount of notifications I'm getting, the amount of phone calls I'm getting is just unbelievable. And it's like some coaches just following me on Twitter, DMing me, but I can't believe like DM them back. So just keeping that under wraps and just seeing what's gonna happen on January 2nd.
Yeah, and for you, how are you going to handle this thing? Are you looking all over the country? How are you going to tackle round two of recruitment? Essentially, this new chapter, this new opportunity. What can you say about where this may take you?
I just want to play ball, and I want to go to a place that where my potential is going to get maximized. Because I mean, I'm fast. I run behind my pads, and like I said before, I'm a home run threat, and who wouldn't want a home run threat on their team? So that's really what I'm looking forward to, and just letting God lead and I follow.
You and I both bond on that. We bond on a lot of things, but we definitely bond on our faith. What can you say about that relationship with God, trusting Him through the storm? There's a sign that I have in my studio behind me that says, sometimes God calms the storm, other times He calms the sailor. So, what has God done to calm you, to lead you through this storm?
I think he's done to calm me, he's just reassuring me, and just the Bible verses I see on my phone. It's just like it really like just relates to what I'm going through, and every day before I wake up, my mom she sends me like these daily messages just from God, and the one she sent today, I'm gonna read it if you don't mind.
Yeah, go ahead.
Send me this today around 9:30. This one says, hold on, clear. This one says December 18th, 2025. God is saying to you today, what's ahead is better than what you left behind. I'm the God of breakthroughs, the God of healing, and the God of more than enough. What the enemy meant for harm, I'm turning around for your good. The sickness, the struggle, and the hardship, it will not have the final say. I'm restoring your health and bringing strength to your body and peace to your mind. The blessing is on its way. The favor is already lined up. The opportunity, the right connections, and the provision. It's coming suddenly, unexpectedly, in ways you never imagined. Walk in faith, keep believing, and keep expecting because I'm about to do something new in your life. Just reading that this morning, I was like, God's definitely got my back, and I should just stop worrying, just let him take the wheel. Because I know I'm going to end up on a football team, like a very good football team. Because like I said, I know I'd be a valuable aspect to any team in the country. So like I said, I'm just waiting for January 2nd just to see what happens.
Is there anybody in the portal that's faster than you?
No, no, no.
You
When I'm
know,
healthy, no, no way.
well, and that's the thing. And you asked if I saw the film, and I have, and of you being in your own end zone, taking a handoff, making one guy miss, and then daylight for 99 yards. Then I think you had a 37 yarder after that.
Yep.
I mean, Malachi, you are that guy that if the first person in front of you does not make the right move at exactly the right time, like you said, it's deuces. So, I mean, I like, where did this speed? I mean, is this okay between God given and then worked on it? Because you work on your body, and like people say, like they work to make themselves faster, which some people are like, how do you do that? But how much of this is God given talent, your speed, and then how have you worked to make yourself faster?
I'm gonna feel like it's 50-50. 50% is God, and then the other 50%, my dad. Like I said, I'm wearing this hoodie right now. Shout out Trainer Day James, Joe. Shout out my pops. He's definitely the reason why I'm as fast as I am today. But once I get healthy, hopefully, which is soon, I can get back to speed work with him.
Not everybody has a father who has military training. So, how much has that helped you out that you got a drill sergeant out there pushing you every day?
Oh yeah, like especially like when I was in track season, my well, like throughout my elementary years, middle school years, and high school years, he was real strict. But it was tough love at the end of the day. Like say I didn't miss it, say I missed my time on one of the reps. He's not just gonna like have me like make up for it because like he knew like I gave everything I had. But I mean I might get yelled at here and there just to like come on like like I know you're better than this. Like come on like we have people in the country like that's trying to beat us. Because like we're the main target. We can't afford to miss time. So
What do you want to say publicly about former Syracuse linebackers coach Robert Wright, who made a statement in practice that I was there to hear when the job in the drill was for the running back to go up against like a linebacker or a DB, and it was your job to, as soon as they hiked the ball, to run downfield, get open for a pass that was coming your way. You got open, you received the pass, and Robert Wright said something along the lines of, "Are you kidding me right now? Are you kidding me?" To the defensive player, he goes, "Do you know who that guy is? Do you know who that man is right there?" And he was pointing to you. He goes, "That's the fastest man in America." Your thoughts on what Robert Wright had to say?
Rob Wright is definitely my guy too. I definitely wish him and his family the best because when I saw he got let go, I was just in shock. But yeah, it's for another day to talk about. I'm not gonna get into all that. But Rob Wright's definitely my guy too, and I didn't include him in my message, but he was another person who was really checking in on me. Like every single time we walked by each other, like he didn't just like let me like walk by without saying anything, like without like a hug or a dap up. So he's definitely a real genuine person. I really hope I wish the best for him and his family going forward.
So, for you, having the speed that you have, what
Mhm.
else should we know about you? We know you're a track guy. We know you hold a New Jersey record. Can you share with everybody what that record is?
So basically, I got robbed. I got robbed of the state record. Well, not robbed because I have it, but it should be faster. So on May 31st, 2024, on the 100-meter finals of the sectional championship in New Jersey, I ran a 10:18, aka the fastest time to say history, but it wasn't the state record because there wasn't a wind gauge. But what I will say is that the record is like it's under all conditions, which means like all like a whole lot of wind or just like there's no wind indicator, which was my situation. There was no wind indicator, so God knows what the wind was that day. And when I get to heaven, that's gonna be the first question I ask him, like, God, what was the wind that day? Simple as that.
Yeah.
And I also have the official state record too, which is 10:28. So not far off of 10:18, but
Yeah.
I wish it was 10:1, but I'm not even tripping on it. I'm cemented forever in New Jersey.
Listen, I think when you get to heaven, hopefully 100+ years from now, you're gonna say, "God, what was it?" And God's gonna say it was 10:17. So that's
Wow, that's oh wow. Wow. I'm like, thanks, God. Thanks.
so Malachi James hearing me on Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora, giving you this exclusive on
Actually, wait,
Malachi.
I do it. I have one more thing to say.
Go ahead.
So, kind of breaking news right now. My next school, 9 times out of 10, I'm going to be playing cornerback.
You're going to be playing corner.
9 times out of 10, yes.
So you're not going to be playing running back anymore.
I mean, I'm open to running back, but my size and my measurables, it's like, I mean, I've been talking to my team, my agency, and they think it's best that at my next school, I play cornerback. So, breaking news.
Oh, that is breaking news. Cornerback. Well, I mean, what are your thoughts on that? What are your thoughts on? I mean, listen, if you got good hands and good speed for a corner and you got good vision and you know how to read that quarterback, a ball in the hands of Malachi James is dangerous no matter what position. But if you are playing corner and you can jump that route or you could just see what's happening, use your speed, you have so many versatile pieces that can be what you need it to be at corner. So I'm thinking interceptions, I'm thinking pick sixes, I'm thinking they think you're out of the play, they think you've been beaten and you run back in and knock the ball out of bounds. How do you feel about playing corner?
At first I was against it, but when I talked with my agent and my dad, they were telling me, like, for one, I'm 6 foot, 205 pounds. I can give you at least like I have 10-2, 10-1 speed. And also like thinking into the future, like when it comes to the draft, like more DBs get drafted than running backs. Like there's a DB getting drafted in every single round, no matter if it's safety, corner, nickel, like it doesn't matter. But as a running back, like last year, I think first round it was only Genty and Hampton. Then second round it was the guy from Ohio State. Then after that, I think another running back I drafted for like the next like 3, 4 rounds. So I'm looking at that like, okay, like if I want to get drafted as high as possible, I might as well just make this move.
So going a cornerback potentially here, and also in the kick return, punt return game, it doesn't matter what position you play. It just matters if you can be able to give the team good positioning or have the opportunity to score. So is there the thought that kick return, punt return, we would still see you in the special teams game as a returner, whether you're a corner or a running back?
Oh yeah, for sure. I'm definitely gonna be on special teams regardless, because special teams is definitely an important part of the game. But like I said earlier, it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take one back either 103 yards or 99 yards, doesn't matter. Not one if. It's not a matter of if, but when.
Who said that to you? Who said the if when
Um,
conversation?
the announcers during the UConn game, they said it when I was back there when there was 1 second left, and I thought they was gonna kick it to me, but
Yeah.
they kicked that joint like into the stands. I'm looking like, oh my gosh.
Well, Malachi, think a little bit deeper here. Before the season started, you did an interview. Who said to you it's not an if but a when?
Oh, yeah. The guy I'm doing the interview with, my guy Dan Tortora on the cut.
I was gonna say, don't be giving that. The UConn announcers may have said it, but I remember we were standing at the Ensley Center, and I said I got a feeling it's not an if but a when that you're going to return a kick or a punt, and we talked about that going into the season.
Sure, for sure.
And you, because I said
Dang.
to you, I said, is it an if or a when? And you said, no, I agree with you. It's a when. It's not an if.
I tell you, this season it was sadly an if, because I barely got any chances, because if Tennessee was kicking it over my head, like what do you think other teams are gonna do? So
Yeah.
it is what it is. I'm actually I know I'm gonna get more than three for sure.
Malachi James entering the portal. Malachi, you get the final word. We're going to have you back on the show plenty of times, as you know, but I wanted to make sure that we had this conversation, set the record straight as you move on from Syracuse, because Syracuse fans saying, well, what the heck with these people leaving? And I want Syracuse fans to know this man wanted to stay with you. He wanted to work. He wanted to go out there in orange and blue and do it. And circumstances beyond his control put him in a situation where it was best for him to move forward, as he has stated here. He has 3 years of eligibility. Malachi, you get the final word. What would you like to say to the nation as the portal will open in just, what, a couple weeks?
For one, I'm gonna be the steal of the portal, guaranteed. And number two, whoever gets me, they're gonna get a dog, a hard worker, an even better person off the field. And when I have a chip on my shoulder, I feel like I'm one of the most dangerous men in the country. Like when it comes to, like, no matter what the sport is, no matter if it's track or football. And also I have one more thing too. You know, ever since I entered the transfer portal, well, not entered the transfer portal, but said I was going to enter the transfer portal, I've seen some Syracuse fans say some pretty negative and mean things about me. And I'm just saying, at the end of the day, just keep that same energy, you know? Everything y'all said about me, all the negative stuff, keep that same energy. And wherever I go next and I ball out, hope y'all can say the same thing. And when I'm in the NFL, all I can say, you know? Getting drafted first or second round is probably all I have to say for real, for real. Like I don't have to talk any words. Just getting drafted as high as possible. That's all the talking I can do.
Yeah. Malachi James, bringing you the real, always sticking up for himself, the faith in God, the confidence, the hard work, the dedication, determination, and weathering the storm. For Malachi James and his family, I appreciate you all, as you know, and I don't consider the last name James or last name Tortora any different. It is one big family, and I cannot wait to talk with you again very soon.
For
Thank
sure.
you for spending some time
Appreciate
today.
you, my guy.
Of course, man.
Thank you.
God
Thank you.
bless and
Thank you. I
happy early
appreciate you.
Christmas to you.
Yes, sir. Thank you. You too. Hopefully you and your family stay safe.
Yeah, you too. I'll talk with you soon, Malachi.
Yes, sir. Thank you.